This will be a non-drama filled review, guys. The discourse is insufferable. I know there have been a lot of sussy things going on behind the scenes, but that is not what I do. Sure, it's entertaining, but the film is finally out, so we can see if all this silliness was worth the price of admission. I had a video in January talking about most anticipated movies for 2022, and I had Don't Worry Darling on it before any of this drama. I was excited because I actually did like Booksmart. I thought it was a quick, quirky high school comedy that was pretty effective and updated the tropes involved with high school. What does Olivia Wilde have in store for us this time? A psychological horror that, quite frankly, you're always 3 to 4 steps ahead of. I really did not vibe or mesh with this film, but I'd like to give its props first. I do like the cinematography of this film. It's a very colorful and saturated movie. I love the vibrant yellows and pinks, and it's just an overall gorgeous film to look at. I enjoy the background scenery of the Victory Project, so props to the cinematographer. The obvious one, Florence Pugh, single-handedly involves the audience in this film. Her performance adjacent to everyone else sometimes hurts the movie because how stellar she is. We have all known that she has a wide range of emotions, but specifically the facial acting in this film is amazing. I have no way to back up this claim, but it does feel like Midsummer has made some actresses try the Pugh face. Don't ask me what that means. Chris Pine does have a few highlights woven throughout, but the writing given is so bad. The most cringe-worthy pieces of dialogue, but you know, he at least gives it a good performance. Alright, let's get into the hate. I'm going to try and not dwell on Harry Styles' performance as much as everyone else wants to. There is more to discuss about this movie, I promise you. So let's get this over with. Yeah, he's not very good in this movie. He's a little flat when his counterpart is acting circles around him. His accent toggles on and off mid-argument a few times. But I do believe in the context of this film, you could argue he's doing what's needed. I need to give a quick spoiler to show you exactly what I mean here, so get ready. So the film's twist is everyone is in a simulation in the real world and everyone is in bed wearing this eyepiece. The men are practically keeping women here against their will. It would make sense that the type of man that would be willing to do this to a woman wouldn't give the most realistic dialogue and performance. This was a huge initial criticism when watching this movie, was it always felt like Baby's first edgy screenplay that I thought it was doing more than it was. I think it accidentally fell into the maybe it's like Mulholland Drive discourse, where everyone is acting bad in the simulated world, but I could see someone making the argument is all I'm saying.
My parents are right upstairs. They think you've left.
So surprised.
The themes are scatterbrained besides like control and misogyny. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the editing. 80% of this film's editing is painful to watch. It does a lot of random cuts throughout the films, to flashbacks, then back to the scene you are watching. And I do believe there could have been more effective ways to demonstrate these. Some cuts end up taking her to different locations. It can be really disorienting, and I know that's what the film is going for. I still believe there is a more effective way that gives a more consistent pace to the movie. There is just about no reason this movie should be 2 hours. I can't understate it. You will be so ahead of this movie. That's really frustrating from a movie that is promising to be more. There's no subtlety at all in this movie. The character's name is frickin' Alice, for Christ's sake. Side note, I really did not like Gemma Chan's performance either. It's just really flat. She has like 4 lines in the entire movie, but the last one she gives is so deadpan. No emotion being portrayed at all, and it's a massive moment in the movie. The score reminded me of the Dune score, which is hilarious to say out loud. I understand we're in a desert, but why am I hearing people scream? It's hard to enter this genre. Making a high school comedy is a lot easier, Olivia Wilde, but I'm still interested in what you have to offer. But this is a pretty large misfire for me. I think I'm being generous here due to the discourse, but I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I've definitely seen worse movies this year.